Impudence drives away divine grace. We need to be very careful. Conduct that is disorderly, unruly, and inattentive presents an obstacle to divine grace. Lack of respect is the biggest obstacle to God's grace drawing near. The more unruly the children are, the more the grace of God will abandon them. Secular ideas of freedom have driven away both respect and common courtesy. At my Kellovy, I have seen young men call out to their fathers, "Hey Dad, do you have any cigarettes? I ran out of mine." You would not hear such a thing in the old days. The few boys that smoked did so secretly. Now no one sees anything wrong with it. How is it then that they are not completely deprived of the grace of God? Today there are some young women who use the filthiest language you can imagine to insult their own brothers for going to church and being religious. And they will do this right in front of their fathers and mothers, and the father will say nothing. My hair stood on end when I heard this. Later, when I was alone, I couldn't stop muttering to myself. Children raised in a secular environment, raised by secular parents, suffer devastation of soul. The secular environment and secularly minded parents are destroying children. The environment has great influence. Few are the children that are reserved and have philorimo. When children are insolent and audacious, they become unmanageable. Their parents bring them to me and say, "Father, my child is possessed." I see right away that the children, thank God, do not have a demon. Possession is a rare thing. Most of them suffer from an external demonic influence. The demon does not rule their lives from inside but from the outside. Still, even from this position, he manages to get the job done. And how does it all start? It starts with impudence and audacity. When children speak with impudence to adults, they drive away God's grace. And when God's grace departs, the demons get to work, and the children become unmanageable and get into all kinds of mischief. However, the children who have reverence and respect, who listen to their parents, their teachers, and their elders, are constantly receiving the grace of God and His blessing. God's grace protects and shelters them. Where there is great reverence for God and respect for one's elders, divine grace comes and fills the soul until all can see it glow with a divine light. But the grace of God does not come to rebellious children. It comes only to children who have philorimo, who have respect and reverence. These children are easy to spot. One look at their eyes and you immediately notice how bright they are. The greater the respect they have for their parents and others, the greater is their reception of the grace of God. A child that begins by constantly making demands, "No, I don't want this, I want that," will end up a rebel, a devil. This is what Lucifer also wanted, to place his throne above the throne of God. Just look around and you'll see so many examples. Children whose parents cater to their every demand will grow up to be rebels. If when they are older, these children do not repent to be free of the evil serf which tosses them about, but continue to behave with impudence, then, God forbid, they will be doubly abounded and even arrive at the point of talking about God in an unseemly way. When this happens, the evil spirits will come and rule their lives.